Now, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. Today, we hear from a Common Ground volunteer who says consumers have nothing to fear when it comes to antibiotic use on the farm.
Well, many consumers are interested to learn about antibiotics, how they are used in the food that we eat. Joining me now with more on this is Sara Sindelar from the Howells area. You're a volunteer with Common Ground, and we want to ask you about antibiotics. Do you use them on the farm?
Yes, we do use antibiotics. And I'd like to tell people that as a mother myself, if my kids are sick, I take them to the doctor, and there the doctor will prescribe an antibiotic, whether it be an ear infection or RSV. Just like cattle, we do the same thing. We work with our veterinarians, we work with our nutritionists to keep them healthy as we possibly can and to provide the best quality meat at the end of the day for you, the consumer, and for my own kids as well. But every once in a while, we get a sick animal, and what we have to do, we play doctor and we take it to our hospital where there we give it an antibiotic.
And I think consumers should know that this isn't something where you guys are pumping antibiotics into your animals 24/7, right?
Only when they're sick, just like a human. In reality, out of 100 head of cattle, maybe 3 or 4 got an antibiotic in its entire life, and the other 96 didn't get touched. They were healthy the entire time.
Can you know if there are no antibiotics in your meat or your milk?
Yes, there is not. It is actually illegal to sell any meat or milk that has antibiotics in it. And if, so let's say we have an animal gets sick, we take it to our hospital where we take its vitals, where we diagnose, we give the appropriate antibiotic. And from there, they get put into what are called our hospital pens. There we watch them very closely for the next 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, they cannot be taken to slaughter. They cannot be taken to harvest for meat, or a cow can't produce milk to go into a grocery store. It has to be dumped. And what this is called a withdrawal time. A withdrawal time is the amount of time an antibiotic residue will stay in the animal. And once that withdrawal is over, then it can go back into production.
Consumers should be comfortable knowing that there are not antibiotics in the meat or milk that you get.
Yes, no matter what the label is on a package of meat or that jug of milk, there are no antibiotics in it.
And you're going to be back in a little bit with a recipe to share.
Yes, I'm going to make some hot beef sandwiches, and it's antibiotic-free meat.
Thank you, Sara. We'll see you in a few minutes.